On 25th, Friday, we got a lot of games. Let's get into it. The first game is the Hornets. Without LaMelo Ball, beat Minnesota Timberwolves 110-108. Cat shot 22 shots, 1 for 11 from 3, 19 points. He's just really up and down this year. Rudy Gobert, 17 and 17, 2 steals. So a really good fantasy line from Rudy. And Anthony Edwards started picking up a little bit. He's still on the season. He's a 90th ranked player. He was getting drafted in the second or third round. He's not hitting that this year. He's not going to be a top 20 player. If he put around a good stretch, maybe he will be that top 50, in that top 50 range. For now, his efficiencies have been pretty horrible. And the counting numbers, it's not even like, he's still averaging 22 points with 2.7 threes. 6 rebounds and 4 assists. The counting side looked okay, but really bad free throw and a lot of turnovers is really holding back his value. And also, he could have had more counting stats. He didn't take that step forward this year, at least so far. D'Lo, another great game. Really try to sell high on this guy. And Jaden McDaniel is a hold. He had 4 fouls, but in category leagues, the steals, the blocks, you really need those. So he's a hold for me. For the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball. And the big news is also Gordon Hayward is going to be out for a while. He's got a really bad shoulder injury, so he's going to be out for a while. I think it doesn't really trend. There's nobody that's really a must roster. Jalen McDaniels we could stream this guy. And Cal Oubre Jr., you probably already have him on your roster. He scores a lot, hits a lot of threes, get a lot of steals, but free throw, he's a really bad free throw guy. Even though he shoots a lot of threes. Mason Plumlee, 12 rebounds is nice, 5 assists and a steal. And PJ Washington had 5 fouls in 20 minutes. Yeah, this team, once LaMelo Ball is going to be, how bad is LaMelo Ball? He's questionable. But I think once Dennis Smith Jr. comes back, he could be a really good stream whenever, one of the guards is out. Now that Gordon Hayward is out, so maybe Dennis Smith Jr. can get some backup minutes. If he gets 25 to 30, he become a really good streaming option because he provide a lot of defensive stats. But other than that, I think everybody been disappointing. Like PJ Washington, he had a few good games. Terry Rozier has another bad shooting night, and then LaMelo Ball, who's getting drafted first or early second round. Just how many games has he played? He just hasn't done much. Let's go to the next game. The Philadelphia Sixers, still without their big quote unquote big three. Beat Orlando 107-99. Yeah, they still got a few weapons. DeAnthony Melton, the shooting percentage is rough, but come on, man. 3 threes, 4 steals. He's a must roster in category leagues. Tobias Harris, yes, without everybody. Try to sell high on this guy as well. And Shake Milton, yeah. Absolutely must roster until guys come back. 24 points, almost a triple-double, 4 threes, a steal and a block. Milton, Melton, we know these guys given minutes in the NBA. They could be a top 50, 60 players. Same thing with Paul Reed, who fouled out in 20 minutes. Montrezl Harrell also, if you're looking for a field goal, you could stream him. But other than that, he doesn't really provide much. And Joel Embiid should be back next game. We don't know. He said at least 2 games, so he might be back next game. For the Orlando Magic, Pablo Banchero, after a very long absence, he finally came back. Counting stats is very solid for this guy, but it's about, can he hit the free throws and provide the defensive stats. Rebound and points, I'm not worried. Bobo, this game shifted to the small forward? Doesn't matter, still got 35 minutes. Is Bobo going to continue to get 30 minutes moving forward? I have my doubts. But the steal and full box really, really good. I'll try to move this guy. Because I think once everybody starts coming back, he won't be getting this minutes. Franz Wagner at the shooting guard this game had 24 points, and Jalen Suggs did he get hurt or he just struggled massively? Yeah, he just struggled in just 19 points. I would just hold. Garrett Harris had 27 minutes. A lot of the bench guys had huge minutes. But Jalen Suggs is a hold. Who knows when Markel Fultz and the other guys are going to be back. And Wendell Carter Jr. is also out. A lot of injuries on the Magic squad. For a couple years now, they also have Jonathan Isaac, who is a big fantasy player. We look at the next game. The Portland Trailblazers went into Madison Square Garden, beat the Knicks 130-129. Everybody played well. This game went to overtime. So the minutes is a little bit high. Jeremy Grant, oh my God. If you don't sell him, I don't know. 28 went to the free throw line 28 times. How is that even possible? Who fouled him this much? This got to be the highest in the last couple of years that I've seen. Is this even right? Attempted 28 free throws, huge game from him. Josh Hart, huge game. Yusuf Nurkic, huge game. Anthony Simons, huge game, 38 points. Damian Lillard is out this game, but try to sell everybody high over here if you can. Everybody play well on the Blazers squad. Justice Winslow is a stream as long as Damian Lillard is out. But I'm going to be a little bit careful when I stream this guy because his percentages could be pretty rough. We look at the New York Knicks. RJ, wow, he scored 129 points and played 40 minutes. The number is going to look pretty nice. RJ, Randall, typical New York Knicks fashion. Low field goal. Just turn over a bunch. And I mean, Randall got 3 steals. This is not bad. But RJ continues to just murder your percentages. Mitchell Robinson played 23 minutes. In just 22 minutes, he's still a must roster. 2 blocks, 8 rebounds. This is why I don't like draft these kind of players early in the draft, in category leagues. If you draft them after 100, because really they provide 3 categories, and they don't get enough the minutes. So unless you got a really specific team build, it's hard to build a team around Mitchell Robinson, right? And also he gets fouled out in 23 minutes. Jalen Brunson also huge game, 9 for 9. And Quentin Grimes actually started because I think he was out. What's his name? Shoot, I couldn't remember. God damn it. Went to Duke with RJ. I gotta refresh my memory. Cam Reddish, yes, I didn't. Yep, Cam Reddish was out, so Quentin Grimes got the start. Emmanuel quickly, 32 minutes, okay. And Isaiah Hartenstein, yeah, I think we should just move on from him. If you still got him, just drop him, yeah. He could still be a streamer if they got a back-to-back. The next game, the Red Hot Kings lost to the Celtics. De'Aaron Fox, efficiency came down quite a bit, minus 26. Still hit all his free throws, which is still surprising. 3 threes, 20 points. Kevin Huerter had a rough night. I mean, all the Kings guys had a pretty rough night. Other than Sabonis, I wouldn't worry too much. Keegan Murray is also a drop. Played just 23 minutes. Had 10 rebounds and a steal and a block, giving you a little bit of hope. But it's just so tough to hold on to him. He doesn't get 30 minutes at this moment. He could. He has a lot of upside. So if your team is doing well, right, you don't need that spot production. Then you can hold him. But if your team needs to win now, you need production. 100%, you get way better value than keeping Keegan Murray on your team. Malik Monk played 22 minutes. Malik Monk could be a really good streamer. Provide very solid points and threes. And, every couple games he would go off, have like a 25 points with 5 threes. We look at the Celtics, just rock solid. Jason Tatum, 30 points, a steal, and 2 threes. And Marcus Smart, just really bad this year. Because he's not averaging a lot of steals. He's averaging 1.1 steal. That's just not going to cut it. 109th ranked player. I mean, he's still on the must roster, and the assists are actually pretty good. 7 assists this year and only 1.9 turnovers. So when it's all said and done, like the boosting assist and the low turnover and the high free throw is helping him out a little bit with his value, but 1.1 steals, I don't know if he can be a 1.6, 1.7 guy. I feel like the Celtics defensive scheme has changed so that he's not getting the defensive stats. Jaylen Brown had 2 steals here, 25 points is not bad. I mean, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum really, really good this year. I don't know what else to say. Super good. Derrick White played 25 minutes, had 3 steals and 16 points, 3 threes. Sure, but Robert Williams will be back. If you want to stream Derrick White now, he's been pretty hot. I don't mind it. But Robert Williams comes back. I think the rotation is going to change a little bit, especially for Al Horford. I think he's going to get impacted. But we'll see. I mean, Robert Williams is not the guy that plays 35 minutes. He plays around 25 to 30 minutes, which already makes him a top 20 player probably because he can block 3-4 shots in those minutes. But how much is that going to impact Al Horford minutes? I'm not too sure. the next game, the Brooklyn Nets just cannot beat the Pacers this year. Lost again, visiting 117-128. Kyrie 20 points. I think ever since Kyrie came back from he was balling, but the last couple of games since he's back, he's a little bit disappointing. But I'm not worried. I think Kyrie's gonna pick it up. He's gonna pick it up, yeah. Nicholas Claxton played 28. Yeah, I mean they started Ben Simmons being balling too. Over here had 20 points. Yeah, I think he's slowly getting his confidence back. For Ben, it's about confidence, and I think he went 8 for 8 this game. So he's slowly getting better. So if he held, congratulations. Claxton 11 rebounds, 5 blocks, really good. But I do worry his minutes might. Well, he also was in a bit of foul trouble. But I feel like sometimes Ben Simmons is just going to play the backup center or close games without him. So his minutes is not that secure. So try to sell him high. I would. Royce O'Neal, sure, if you want to stream him. And KD had 36 points, but that is just not enough. Seth Curry still hit 4 threes. Again, if you need points, threes, and efficiency, Seth Curry is the guy. He doesn't provide anything else. For the Indiana Pacers, Buddy Hield, good game here. 5 threes, 3 steals, 26 points. Jalen Smith, 3 fouls. You could argue he's had a little bit of foul trouble, but 5 rebounds, 10 points, and nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. Miles Turner, 9 for 11, continues to his breakout campaign, I guess. Just so good this year. I don't know. He's already like the 8th ranked player. Can he stay there? If I can get a top 10 player back, I would. But other than that, I'm just going to hold on to Miles Turner. Eris D. Smith had 10 points, 2 steals and block. Yeah, it's okay. And Tyrese Haliburton, another huge game. 15. I mean, just reading the stat line is really scary. 15 assists, 4 steals with 0 turnovers, 21 points. If you got Tyrese Haliburton and Chris Paul, you 100% can. I mean, depending on who else is your team. But you can win assists and turnovers every week. Unless you got like James Harden or Russell Westbrook. Because those guys, they get 10 assists a game and have 2 turnovers. Tyrese Haliburton is averaging 2.9. But 10 assists, 11.1 assists, it's really impressive. And you look at the bench guys, Benedict, sure, but he only provides points and threes. A little bit free throw, even though he went pretty bad here. Isaiah Jackson just a block streamer for now. It's hard to roster a guy like that. It's just too hard. Get 15 minutes a night. The next game, the Washington Wizards lost. Wow, this 107-110. Bradley Beal came back from his injury, played just super well. He's like, I think, beating my expectations because I didn't think he's going to score that much, and he's not scoring that much. He's the 19th ranked player. He's only averaging 23 points. A couple years ago, he was averaging 30. But 1.2 steals, 0.8 blocks, 2 threes, 51% from the field, and 90% from the free throw line. So I think all those are going to come down a bit. In the end, probably top 30, top 35. But just really good, I think, Beal this year. Not bad. Corey Kispert, not really fantasy relevant. Porzingis continues to be healthy and playing games. 18 points, 2 blocks. That's all we can ask for. Kyle Kuzma also took 22 field goals. 7 rebounds, 28 points with 3 threes. And Danny Advia, I think we got to think about picking him up. Another game with over 30 minutes, did a bit everything. 9 points. And he can hit threes. He could score a little bit. 5 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Yeah, let's go take him and just see what happens. And look at the Miami Heat. Caleb Martin has put in together a few nice games as well. So go pick him up, stream him, do what you gotta do. Max Strus was out this game, so if Max Strus came and played, how many minutes is he getting? Because Tyler Hero is already back, and Tyler Hero struggled pretty massively this game. Still had a double-double. Be interesting to see. But I think Caleb Martin is going to lose out a few minutes. Same thing with Max Strus. Both guys could end up being droppable players. Bam Adebayo, 38 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists. Huge game from Bam, but I want to see more defensive stats. Come on, Bam. But his efficiency has been insane. Absolutely insane. From the free throw line. I think it's going to calm down a bit. But he really worked on his free throw routines. Let's go to the next game. The Atlanta Hawks. I don't know what DeJounte Murray and Trae Young were doing. They were just taunting the Rockets, and Rockets ended up beating them 128-122. DeJounte and Trae, I mean, they both balled out. They balled. Trae, 44 points, 5 assists, went to the free throw line 16 times. because those young Rocket guys, they like to foul, they like to go for pump fakes. Dejounte Murray was struggling a little bit in the last week, but 39 points here, really good. This is what they can do. Okungwu started. He's a must roster. Just look at this line. He didn't take a single field goal, which is odd. But 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Yeah, this is what he can do. As long as Capella is out, he's a must roster. John Collins, another pretty bad game. But versus the Rockets, you're going to get some defensive stats. But offensively, he's been pretty horrible. Same thing with Hunter. Not a must roster. You could stream him. AJ Griffin is interesting. He played 24 minutes, had 11 points. I think anytime AJ Griffin gets 30 minutes, we have to try to stream him. Really good. For the Rockets, Kevin Porter Jr. struggled with his shot, but 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Can't hate. Jalen Green, the high turnover is a little bit concerning, and he fouled out, but 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 threes is not bad. If he can just improve his turnover rate, I don't think it's that hard, to be honest, and get some defensive stat, then he's good to go. Bruno Fernando played 60 minutes with Emperor Shangun out. Not really fantasy relevant. Jabari Smith had a huge game. While Kenyon Martin Jr. with Eric Gordon out, he came in and played some minutes. Yeah, sure, why not? Go stream him. Kenyon Martin Jr. another player. If he gets 30 minutes, he's a must roster. So we know these guys are already fun over the years. The next game, the Pelicans destroyed the New Orleans Pelicans. 2 young teams, 130 to 111. Valanciunas had 5 fouls in 17 minutes, and Larry Nance Jr. We can let Larry Nance Jr. go. We can let him go. Best case scenario, he split minutes with Valanciunas, and best case he get 27 minutes if everybody is healthy. But yeah, just get 14. Trey Murphy is taking his lunch a little bit, 26 minutes. Trey Murphy is a guy that if everybody is out, we have to roster him. Obviously with their folks roster. What happened to Brandon Ingram? Is he hurt? If Brandon Ingram is hurt, we have to, yeah, he's hurt. Okay, he's questionable. Okay. So if he ends up missing time, Trey Murphy is our guy. Zion had a very mediocre game, 14-5, 4 after going off last game. Jose Alvarado started, just a steal streamer, and Herbert Jones, just one steal. It is not enough. It is not enough. Because he didn't really do much too much in the other areas, so she's got to do more when it comes to getting the defensive stats. For the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr., 22 minutes, doesn't matter. Still in 3 blocks, 2 threes, 20 points. Unbelievable. He's doing unbelievable. A bit sell high, to be honest. If you can get a top 20, top 25 player, I would. He's a 14th ranked player, and he only played 25 minutes because of the blocks. So the blocks guy, same thing with Miles Turner. The blocks really, really help out guys, because if you had 2 of those, you are pretty set in blocks every single week. Dylan Brooks, not a bad game. And John Conchar, I think he's the guy that we want to stream. Only 25 minutes because the blowout, And John Moran had 23 points and 11 assists. But the free throw, it's been a couple games that is a little bit concerning. And Desmond Bain should be back, I think. Once he does come back, we can drop John Conchar. But John Conchar gets 30 minutes. He's a must roster. All right, we'll look at the next game. The Cleveland Cavaliers went to Milwaukee and just got beaten down a little bit. 117-102. The young team, their young hot team, Donovan just continued to put out numbers. Same thing with Darius Garland. Pretty bad game here for his standard. He's been red hot ever since he came back. Red hot. Had 20 points, still not bad. 20 points, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Jarrett Allen left the game, so they're just gonna play Evan Mobley at the center. So maybe some of the power forward guys get a few extra minutes. Maybe Kevin Love, he didn't play this game. He could get a few minutes. But Isaiah Okoro, Robin Lopez, Sadie Osman, these guys, they're not that interesting. I'm not that interested in them. Same thing with Dean Wade. This guy is still on the roster. Wow. He's been around on the Cavaliers roster for a few years now. Evan Mobley struggled with the size of the Bucks, but had 3 steals. He'll be better than this. And for the Bucks, yep, Giannis finally hitting some free throws. And Brook Lopez had blocked 6 shots. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff from Brook Lopez. Again, another one of these guys, block guys, just ranked super high. Lopez is right now the 17th ranked player. You got Jaren Jackson Jr., you got Miles Turner, you got Brook Lopez, guys averaging close to two blocks or over 2 blocks. They're just gonna be top 20. Robert Williams is gonna be another one inside top 20. Drew Holiday didn't have the best game, but he'll be better than this. And Bobby Portis, I think we could still hold on to him. He's still gonna play 25 to 30 minutes a night, give you points, rebounds, a little bit three, and a little bit defensive stats. All right, let's go to the next game. We got 5 more games. The Bulls lost to Oklahoma City Thunder in overtime. Okay, Zach Clavin still not shooting the ball that well, but 27, 5, and 5 is pretty good. And DeMar DeRozan with another 30 piece, 6 assists and 2 steals. You know, these are the guys going to carry the Bulls. Vucevic is offensively, he don't think he's that guy. Because on the Magic, he consistently averages close to 20 every single year. Patrick Williams played 31 minutes, just a streamer at 32 minutes. And 2 blocks. Ayo Dosunmu played 25. Yeah, I think at this point we could definitely just drop it. Stream him when he's got a back-to-back. Otherwise, I'm not too interested. Alec Caruso, just a steal streamer. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, okay. Shade. The biggest jump this year is, I think, also the free throws. The free throw rate and the amount. He's shooting 90% at the moment. Scary stuff. 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and a block. Josh Giddey had 5 turnovers, but, you know, almost a triple-double. This is what he does. Pokusevski had another great game, also absolutely must roster. Jalen Williams, Kendrick Williams, I mean, these guys, if they got injuries, sure, like stream, because given those guys 35 minutes, they do have the upside. They can get defensive stats, right? They can grab rebound, they can do a bit of everything. But with everybody healthy, their value is really not there. But I will keep a close eye on the Oklahoma City Thunder situation. Because you could have Trey Mann come and play 35 minutes and be a 12-team guy, right? You can have Kendrick Williams playing huge minutes. So all these guys, they have the potential. Derek Beasley now, they finally just stopped starting him, and he gets 20 minutes. Played well, 17 points, 7 for 9. But another great win for Oklahoma City Thunder. The next game, Lakers picked up another win, but this time it's against the Spurs again. The big news here is that LeBron is back. Played okay, 21, 8, 5, 3 steals in a block. AD continued to play super well. Not as well as he did last game, but 25, 15, a steal and 3 blocks, 4 assists. I'll take it. Continue to dominate. Lonnie Walker, I think he's the must-roster guy, although sometimes like his peripheral stat could be lacking, but he had 3 steals here and 4 threes. And Dennis Schroeder, wow, he had 29 minutes here. That is interesting. Russell Westbrook gets 20. I don't think that's going to be the trend, and I don't think we should rush to grab Dennis Schroeder after this one game. Let's just wait a bit. Russell Westbrook is not going to play 20 minutes a game. For the Spurs, Keldon Johnson continued with his shooting, struggled with his shooting, 15 points and 1 3, 9 rebounds. Jeremy Sancha, oh wow, good game here, 5 assists, 4 steals and block. He doesn't get 30 minutes every night. I think he's just a streamer, and if you stream him, you hit a jackpot. He plays super well. Jacob Poeltl, no blocks. Devin Vassell and Trey Jones. Trey Jones scored 19 points. That's probably his season high, but mainly just assists and steals. I mean, all these guys are must rosters, I think. And the Spurs for now pretty boring. Like they're giving starters minutes, huge minutes. So the bench guy, nobody really that relevant at the moment. All right, let's go to the next game. The Detroit Pistons, they made it close. 108, 102. Detroit lost to, I mean, consider they don't have Kate Cunningham, they don't have Jaden Ivey was also out this game, right? They also didn't have Isaiah Stewart, who was out for 2-3 weeks, and they made it close. Also, at Phoenix, that is not easy to do, 1-0-1. So, Kaden Hayes was out, absolutely must roster. Absolutely must roster. He's not going to do this every game, but he's a big assist guy and gets a lot of steals, right? And we don't know the Kate Cunningham situation. Is he going to be back? Alec Burks, with everybody out, plays just 17 minutes and still put up 17 points and 2 threes. He's a streamer, just a streamer. But if one more guard gets hurt, he might come in and play 30 minutes, then he becomes a must roster. Bogan Bogdanovic also played 33 minutes, 19 points. I think, did he get hurt toward the end of the game? That would have been huge. Yeah, he's questionable. So if he ends up missing time like Alec Burks, you have to pick him up. And Sadiq Bey is also out. Isaiah Livers is not really fantasy relevant. And first time seeing Marvin Bagley play over 30 minutes, they really need bodies. 13 and 10, 1 and 1. Yeah, just if you need points and rebounds, you could stream him, but not a big fan of holding on to him. For the Suns, Mikal Bridges continues to play okay. Well, actually. This is a good line. 3 threes, 2 steals, and 15 points. Torrey Craig, just a streamer. Had 2 blocks and 7 rebounds here. Ayton, one of his best games. He has to do it against Detroit. 28 points and 12 rebounds. And Devin Booker kind of just took a step back. He somehow went 3 for 7 from the free throw line this game. But he's been pretty good all season. Cameron Payne, Chris Paul is going to be back, so enjoy him. Enjoy while you can. Go to the next game, the Utah Jazz. They've been losing a lot of games. The league maybe figured them out. They lost another one to Warriors. Not easy. It's obviously not easy to win, but in the last, just gonna check out there. Yeah, I mean they're the 6th seed right now, 4 and 6 in the last 10. Yeah, they were never gonna be like top 4 seed in the West. Lauren Markkanen continued to play okay, well, 5 threes, 24 points. Kelly Olynyk, huge game. Vanderbilt, Kelly Olynyk, Vanderbilt, Jordan Clarkson, all these guys are must roster players. Same thing with Mike Conley and Malik Beasley will come in every once in a while, hit 5 to 6 threes. Colin Sexton, without Mike Conley, he only plays 24 minutes. So come on, we gotta drop this guy. Gotta drop him. Maybe at some point this season he's gonna have some value, but not now, and it's not certain he's gonna have value, and it's a month away. It looks like. For the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins played well. Steph Curry, good. Clay hit 6 threes. Efficiency has improved a little bit, good. Kevon Looney, a double-double. Draymond Green, I think all the Warriors starters play well. And then you have Jordan Poole come off the bench. This is the biggest problem with Jordan Poole is that he comes off the bench, play 25 to 30 minutes, like if everybody is healthy. So some nights he will have 6 points. Some nights he has a going, he played 33 minutes and 25. So it depends on how he's playing that day. Steve Kerr is going to adjust his minutes. So just really hot and cold. You're not going to get consistent production out of him. That's who Jordan Poole is at this point, on this team at least. Let's talk about last game of the night. Where's Kawhi Leonard and Paul George? I guess their duo is just cursed. For Denver, Jokic, 32 minutes, good. But this year his scoring has dipped a lot. But I do expect his assists to be better than last year. He's just so unselfish, right? When you have Michael Porter Jr., when you have Jamal Murray, he's just not going to average 26 points than he did last year. That obviously hurts his fantasy value a little bit, but maybe he has more defensive stats. He's not going to be as good as his last year, I feel like. Jamal Murray, 21 points. Maybe if he's number 1 in the MVP voting, then maybe he has motivation to be the back-to-back MVP. That is hard to do. They're right now the second, so he can't keep it up. He's maybe in the conversation again. Aaron Gordon, 29 points, huge game from him, and Bruce Brown continue to stream him. He's been providing pretty good values, and KCP too. Just 6 points and 1-3 here, but don't drop him. I would hold on to him. And then we look at the Clippers. Yep, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard still out, and John Wall only gets 24 minutes. Norman Powell only gets 24. I don't think it's that exciting to hold on to Clipper guys, right? Zubac is obviously a must roster, but Marcus Morris, I'm just going down the list. Marcus Morris Sr., Reggie Jackson, John Wall, Norman Powell, Robert Covington, they're all just streamers. That's it. I don't think you're gonna get way better value if you stream that spot. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.